this is quite thick, this white, and that's what you got to be really careful. You've got like different thicknesses, and I mean they vary greatly, and it will affect how much you get, what it looks like at the other side. It like differences between, you get fine lines and it just totally flaring out. So it just takes a few little bits like that, but you can end up with just a massive wodge of white on the other side. So it's about playing around with wool. This is quite thick, see? And it gives you a mega rich texture. Whereas, look at this one, side on. It's thinner, it's more yarny, just don't have as much, I know, pizzazz, I guess. So, crack on. Always make sure you've got enough slack on the right hand side, or it'll unthread it and it'll drive you fecking nuts. As I said in the last video, it's really cool because if you mess up, you can just unpick it and start again. You see, like here, I've started to do like the edge. It's like for any bulk or any bodies that you're doing, just edge where you're doing, and it seems to have a better finish. The next rug will be totally different. Again, rug number one, the mushroom, too much faffing around with greens and patterns and stuff, and it didn't need to be that. It could have just been like two big, you know, solid blasts of green against colours at mushroom. I decided to dick around with it and try to make it look a bit matrixy. Totally failed, but that's what it's about, isn't it? Fail, learn, fail, learn. And then you see some people on YouTube, 400 plus rugs in. So just keep watching, keep learning. So this bit here, if you see the edge, or that edge, that one, it's just de-threaded, arsehole, then you want to be putting that to the edge of the white line. So that's your right hand guide touches that row there, and it keeps your spacing good. So, which pocket have I put my threader in? Kind of get used to doing it one-handed. No pun intended. Here we go. Watch this. This is where it does a Blue Peter moment and proves me wrong. So, pull that through your teeth. Right. Make sure you've got plenty of thread. I'm not going to show you this setup. It's basically a couple of hooks on top of shed with wool strewn across it. Every usable space in the premises that we've got is full of crafty stuff going on. So now I'm outside. Thank God it's summer. If anybody's got a workshop for free, let me know. North Yorkshire area, gratefully appreciated. Always grab that and get used to looking to your right to see if you've got enough thread hanging loose, because one thing it loves to do is piss you off and come unthreaded, like it's got its own little soul. Right. And I can see how you know, you just get faster at this, more accurate, and get your lines a bit more even. So compared to my mushroom, them lines are a lot better. Still got some bits and bats going on here, but thousands of times better. Right. So I'm not sure what these shadow lines will look like on the other side, but just keep working around them. The gun does pull you up. It does tend to stay on track. Don't try and push it up. Don't try and slow it down. Little blasts on the needle, on the trigger. Again, my wool's now gone taut. I could feel it wanting to escape. And the finer the wool you have here as well, it will pull out quicker. The thicker, obviously it snags a little bit, a bit more friction around that needle hole. So just keep an eye on it. Get used to grabbing it. Keep your fingers out of the way. On your guns, AK5, all this is totally covered in. So way safer. I don't know how people don't get snared up in this. I've managed not to. I think it's a good design, but it feels like it should be cased in. Never let kids near it, because that could do some serious damage. I think on the next one, I'm going to do something quite simple, like a really nice simple shape with like blocks of colour. Don't know what yet, but I think you can punish yourself a little bit trying to be too detailed, and maybe I just went for too much detail too early on. I would love that other gun. I think this is an AK1 or something. AK5 looks freaking beautiful. And I never thought I'd be talking about wool. I'll tell you that much. Never thought I'd be talking about a freaking tufting gun. Never thought I'd be tufting. You know what, as you get older, it's about finding your relaxed space. Whether that is making stuff out of resin, whether it's walking. Just make sure you give yourself 5 minutes. With a cup of tea and chocky bicky. Right, what am I going to do next? We'll go from there. Right, my wool's getting like it wants to jump out, so I'll pull a bit more wool down right. And back to it. And might have made a balls up there. Is it out? Ooh, I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm gonna chance it. And this is the other thing. You'll find your own widths. As I said in another video, some people leave way wider lines here. Again, it comes back to thickness of wool. And just experimenting, I guess. I'm going to build a new frame. I need one that does not sit against the wall. I want to be able to sit behind it. I'm hearing like a bit of a squeak from gun. I'm using silicone oil, which is like a gun oil, simply because I've left my proper oil, machine oil, at the other location. So hopefully the silicone oil ain't gonna knack it up. A little bit in there, and then that was meant to be light grey shading around that side there, but it looks like too much to me. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. Tell you what I'll do. fill it in. And we can always, oops, got a bit excited then. We can always like unpick and start again if we balls it up. That's the thing. Happy little accidents, as Bob used to say. So, you know, tufting might not be for everybody. As I said, I never thought I'd be tufting. Christ, if somebody had said, you'd be tufting your own rugs. Well, not my own rugs, not like I'm going to use loads of rugs, but you just never know what chills you out until you do it. I'm glad I did. Right, so got a little splooge here. I'm going to try and get around it in one. Same again on this. Yeah. And come out a little bit. That should be okay. So, right. It's looking like it's almost done. So I'm just going to check it now for lines. Looks alright. Lines that are too fat is what I'm going to say. And you've got to be careful, because if you go too close to that little single line of grey, you won't see it, it'll bury it. And then the mouth and stuff. So I guess let's have a look at what it looks like.